Yulia took a deep breath and felt like tearing her face apart, her eyes bulging like they were about to explode. Amelia, I won't mess with you anymore. Just now, Lord Hero left in a rage. Now I will take you myself to Master Hero's bed and give you to him. I will apologize. As my apologies, I will take you to serve her. You all take Amelia now. Shap ma'am, do it. 6 bodyguards in black came quickly, all big and strong. Amelia, these bodyguards are my chosen one whose salary is expensive, can you beat them? Amelia's hands suddenly became cold, she was silent seeing her stepmother, actually she was very scared but she had to fight it as much as possible. Quick, catch him for me. When Yulia gave the order, immediately all the guards moved forward towards Amelia, and when the guards were in front of Amelia they immediately jumped to catch her. Amelia calmly placed her small hands on her waist. But in the next second, a large and strong hand managed to enter and block the hand of the guard who was about to carry Amelia. With a single move, the bodyguard's hand twisted. Then Julia's bodyguards with their arms twisted were pushed back with great force, and some of the guards came crashing straight into the ground. When Amelia opened her eyes, Henry had entered with a burning emotion in his eyes. Why are you here? Amelia was surprised that Henry suddenly came. Henry's emotions started to stabilize again while talking to Amelia, his voice became low and soft. I think I missed a good show. No. Yulia never thought someone would break into Wigiento's house suddenly like this. He looked at the man next to Amelia. A man in black trousers who has a stout and strong stature. He is too handsome for Amelia. But he seems to be very difficult to control. It turns out that Amelia has hidden people like this. And because Mrs. Wigiento was already familiar with the upper classes of the Sultanate. He had never seen this person's face before. Yasmin had just told her that Amelia had a boyfriend, could she be the one? Amelia, is she your boyfriend? Boyfriend? Henry is thinking and confused. Hearing this word, Henry furrowed his brows looking a little dissatisfied. He looked at Amelia and said, Girlfriend, what have you told her? Amelia hit her waist and waved her hand, he's lying, I didn't tell him anything. Yulia couldn't wait any longer, hey bodyguard. What are you guys doing, hurry up. Handling just one person is not good enough. Attack him. Just beat him up. Several bodyguards wanted to step forward, but Henry lightly raised his eyelids, and looked at them condescendingly, go ahead all of you, I'll kill you right now. The bodyguards who were feeling frightened and whose hearts were pounding finally fled one after another. Yulia trembled with anger. He had never seen a man so arrogant, his aura was like that of a big boss in a high position, who easily came and went, and moved freely everywhere. All of the bodyguards she had hired with high salaries fled, and Yulia could only helplessly stand as she stared at the man in front of her. Henry looked at Amelia, should we have dinner soon? Let's get out of here. Okay. Amelia quickly chased after Henry and left, passing by Yulia's side, she whispered in Yulia's ear, next time you have to show off your family's strength, it won't be like this, I will wait for you. Don't let me watch this joke of yours again, mother-in-law. Yulia, like a lightning strike that made her brain explode with anger. In the luxury car, Amelia looked at the man next to her. His expression was focused, his demeanor was elegant and classy, and he couldn't find any trace of the fight that had just happened. At this time, Henry looked at Amelia, if I don't come, what will you do? Amelia pursed her lips, fight, I'll do it too, if you can't come, then of course you'll take care of it. Henry recalled the information. He was ostracized and bullied by all the children when he was left in the countryside at the age of 9. They all called him a wild child with no parents. Combat was probably practiced at the time, and coupled with his medical skills, he could easily treat his injuries on the carriage, and these bodyguards were definitely not a problem for him. Henry said to Amelia. Girls don't fight, fighting is a man's business, so you just shut up and see. I don't like to depend on other people, but Mr. Mahendra, I am very grateful for your help. Seeing her sincerely grateful eyes, Henry raised his eyebrows. Oh, is that all? Amelia was surprised for a moment. Then how do you want me to thank you? Henry's gaze shifted from his beautiful eyes to his red lips covered with a veil. Don't you understand how women thank men? Amelia, what does he mean? His eyes stared at her red lips coquettishly, as if he had hinted at something. Of course, the best way for a woman to thank a man is to give him a loving kiss. Amelia's heart suddenly jumped. The white earlobe was already red. I don't understand. After speaking, he turned his head to look out the window and ignored him. Henry saw her evasion tactics. She's smart, agile and independent. It's hard to guess easily, but this 19-year-old girl is really a blank sheet of paper. Let alone infidelity, how to date, he still doesn't know anything. That incident, it's been 10 years, and Amelia has even been here again for 10 years. There hasn't even been a day that Amelia has been in this house she has been treated like this. Her eyes were a little red, but she didn't want the man next to her to see. Wait a minute, I'm going to the bathroom. She goes to wash her face. Henry saw the beautiful reflection of the girl who disappeared into the bathroom. He had just seen her cry. She really was an immature little girl. Henry walked into the pastry shop. Coincidentally, Yasmin is also in this cake shop with Zuno. Zuno pulled Yasmin. Yasmin, earlier you said Amelia is friends with boys. Is it true or not? Yasmin sneered disdainfully. Of course it's true. I saw it with my own eyes. That tall white man drove Amelia home. His stature is very elegant. Amelia had just returned from the countryside. Where did he keep all the money the people he approached gave him? Yasmin said, that man is a very rich man. Such an extraordinary person, handsome, dashing, and powerful. One night with him must have cost $1,000. At this time, a deep voice sounded in his ear, Manager, bring me a cake. This sound is too good to hear. Both Yasmin and Zuno's eyes were drawn, and they saw it immediately. Now Henry was standing tall by the counter, wearing a white shirt and black trousers, tall and long legs, and a supermodel figure. Just standing alone makes people gawk in awe. Geez, that guy is too handsome. Zuno quietly tugged Yasmin's sleeve. Yasmin, isn't this man similar to the person you just mentioned? Handsome, elegant, rich, a very extraordinary figure. Yasmin had never seen such a handsome man. They say that being the wife of such a man is a great pleasure, wealth and power. Henry's aesthetic elegance made him the most handsome man among the men in a white shirt and black trousers. None of them deserved to be side by side with him. Yasmin was shocked for a moment. At this time, Zuno whispered again, Yasmin, do you think the handsome white face and the tall body with Amelia are like this man? What nonsense are you talking about? Yasmin glared at Zuno. For a poor villager like Amelia, this handsome white face, tall body like him is too inappropriate for her. The proper ones are low, ugly and fat people. If he's able to get along with this Superman, then I'll call him boss. Yasmin would never believe that the person Amelia approached was on the same level as this extraordinary man. On the other hand, at this time the store manager was very apologetic and said, Sorry sir, the last cake has been bought by those two. Today's cake is sold out, you can buy it again early tomorrow. The last cake was bought by Yasmin and Zuno.
Thank you all. Have Have a nice day. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, so that the admin is more enthusiastic to provide entertainment for all of you. See you in the next video.